Um, Good morning, is it good afternoon, everyone? Today, I just want to teach you something about supply, the four tests of supply chain management in architecture. We found that an effective supply chain process architecture satisfies four tests. Four tests. The number one is the test of strategic fit. There's the second one, which is the test of end-to-end focus. Then we have the third one, which is the simplicity test, and the fourth one is the integrity test. So when we look at the test of strategic, which is our first point, your company's overall supply chain strategy must drive the choices you make in your supply chain architecture. Although state-of-the-art practices in supply chain management may be important, your priority should be practice that truly support your basis of competition. The basis of competition. Yes. Then the second one is the test of focus. Your supply chain process must ensure end-to-end management. This requires having an architecture that provide an end-to-end vision of the supply chain and a set of shared objectives that orchestrates the work of each player in your supply chain. The third one, the simplicity test. A good supply chain architecture is made up of simple, streamlined processes that minimize the complexity that adds cost and reduce manageability. Process should be clear and easily understood by those who use them. Yes. Then the integrity test. Your architecture must be highly reliable, ensuring coherent, robust links among processes, data and information systems. You see? So if we try to look at each of these tests more closely, you find that in the strategic fit, some highly touted supply chain practices have been proven to support effective, efficient performance. Practices such as only entering consumer order data once, considering the total cost of ownership when selecting suppliers, and using a cross-functional scoreboard to measure supply chain performance. While these best practices may be highly correlated with superior performance, they won't necessarily deliver on your company's supply chain strategy. It's important before deciding how you want to operate to think critically about why you need to operate a certain way. Market leaders are set apart by their deep understanding of the critical supply practices at which they must excel. You see, those which truly support competitive and brand differentiation. You see, an example is a supply chain that enables each of the primary supply chain strategies that we identify in chapter 1. Although any organization may adopt these practices, their relative importance is determined by a company's specific supply chain strategy. You see, as you think of what practices and processes to make part of your supply chain, consider to what extent they will drive forward your supply chain strategy. Just as not supply chain strategies make sense, given the overall business strategy, not all practices are equally important given your supply chain strategy. Amazon, billed as having the 8th biggest selection, provides a good example of how to select business practices that align with the supply chain strategy. The company, which sells millions of different products, stocks only those designated as top sellers. The vast majority of these products are offered through partner companies or purchased from distributors when needed to satisfy a customer order. You get that? Since this business model that Amazon does have a direct control over the delivery schedule for most products, it is possible to conform to the best practice of giving customer an exact delivery date when they place an order. Providing a shipment date is easy when the product is in stock. The customer is informed that the product usually will ship within 24 hours. Commitment for other products, however, are based on recent actual lead times and are quoted as usually ships in X days. Where X is consistency with the recent activities. Given the failure on the part of Amazon to perform in the best practices, oh my God.